everybody, welcome back to This Random Journey. If you have been following my channel at all, you know that we recently went on a family vacation and we have been super busy since we got back, so the house is a little crazy. But instead of focusing on the house as a whole, I decided I need to take care of my refrigerator. So my refrigerator has not been deep cleaned in a very long time because there's always so much food in there and it's packed to the brim. But right now it is basically empty. And so I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to go ahead and get that cleaned out before I go to the grocery store today. So today that's what we're focusing on. Let's get started. Alright, like I said, my refrigerator has not been cleaned in a very long time, so excuse how filthy it is. I mean, I know, it's really, really gross, and that's why we're cleaning it. So let's get to this, let's get cleaning. First, I'm going to start with taking out all of these stuff, starting at the top and working my way down the door here, just putting the stuff over onto my stove and counter on the other side of the room. Typically, I do take everything out of the refrigerator just like I'm doing in this video. I just like getting everything out so I can work from top to bottom, and this way I don't have old food or whatever's in the refrigerator falling down onto my food containers and that kind of stuff. That way I'm not like having to double clean things. I've made it down to the drawer here, and I'm taking out all those little packets that we get from Taco Bell, like the little sauce packets. I bet you guys have things like that in your refrigerator too, like that kind of accumulate over time. If you do, leave a comment down below telling me what little packets you have in your fridge that are just taking up space. Like I said, this refrigerator is super dirty and it is a little embarrassing. I actually thought about not making this video because of how dirty it was, but on this channel I am going to show you all my dirt, of course. Like I said, I don't pre-clean. I make sure that you guys are seeing what is actually happening around the house. And just so happens my refrigerator is really bad, and I am going to try in the future not to let it get this bad because I know it's bad. After I get all the food out of the refrigerator, I then take out every individual shelf and I wash it thoroughly with soap and water and rinse it off and dry it, and then put it back in after I've wiped the sides of the refrigerator down. It took me years to figure out a good system for my spacing for my shelves in my refrigerator, and every time I clean my refrigerator, I forget what that perfect spot is. So later on in the video, you're gonna see me like readjusting the shelves and things kind of as I go, just because I want to make sure that I'm able to get things in there the way I like them at certain levels for the kids and that kind of thing. The process of cleaning out the refrigerator is actually not that hard, and it's actually not something I absolutely hate to do. It's just something that I don't think about until I'm actually in the refrigerator, like starting to make dinner or something. And so then in that moment, I'm too busy to be able to actually stop and clean it. So that's why it just doesn't tend to get done. It's because I'm just always in a busy mode whenever I realize, oh, that needs to be done. So I need to actually put this on my task app that I have and just set it as a reminder to do frequently, maybe like once a month. I don't know about your refrigerator, but my drawers in the refrigerator tend to get the dirtiest, that and the very bottom of the refrigerator, of course. But the drawers tend to get little sticky bits and that kind of thing, so they usually take a little extra scrubbing to make sure I get them really clean. Just finishing up this drawer here, getting it dried off really good before putting it back in the refrigerator, because once I get this dried, I will put it back and then I will put things back into it. So I actually start loading my refrigerator back up as I clean it. I don't like to leave my food sitting out on the counter for very long if I don't have to. And so you'll see I'm putting the meats and that kind of thing back in here with some of the vegan cheese, and just kind of starting to put those things back where I've already cleaned. so that it's not sitting out at room temperature anymore. And then I will make sure that I shut the refrigerator door as I'm cleaning each shelf as well. And while I was making this video, I realized I had a ridiculous amount of biscuits. Yeah, I didn't realize I had biscuits and I repurchased them before our trip. And I actually took a set of biscuits with us on our trip, if that tells you anything. We like biscuits and gravy. We make our gravy with coconut milk that we make from scratch so that my daughter can eat it with us. And we really, really enjoy it. But the gravy we used on our trip, we actually used a gallon or a half gallon of almond milk just bought from the store. Also, while I have a mini here, I just want to say a huge thank you to each and every one of you who comment down below my cleaning videos and tell me that it is motivating you. It really helps encourage me to want to make more cleaning videos like these. On the last two shelves in my refrigerator, I can actually take the glass out and clean it separately. So I always make sure I do that. First of all, so I don't break it by turning it upside down and it falling out, but also because I can get into the little cracks where it's really dirty. So I just realized that I keep on talking about our trip that we went on, but I haven't actually told you guys about it. I've mentioned it in a couple of videos, but haven't told you where we went. We went to Kansas City and went to the zoo and Sea Life and Legoland and had a really great time doing all that. We went to IKEA and I bought this big organizing shelf thing you guys will see in another video. So yeah, we had a really great family vacation. It wasn't like the other trip we took, which was more of a business style trip with our church. So it was actually a family vacation. We had a lot of fun. We finally made it to the bottom of the refrigerator and I grabbed my new Dyson. I absolutely love my Dyson. It is very handy. And I went ahead and vacuumed out all the crusty bits and started scrubbing on the bottom here. Now you'll notice on this little vent here at the bottom that it looks like it didn't come all the way off, and that's because whatever that was actually left a small stain. The plan is to hopefully maybe get down there with a little bit of bleach and try bleaching just that one spot and see if I can get it to come out. Hopefully that will work. If you have any suggestions on how to get rid of that stain, leave that comment down below. I would really appreciate it. And like I said, as I clean a spot, I go ahead and reload the things that go in that area. So I just reloaded the eggs there and a couple other little things before moving on to the door and removing all of these drawers, cleaning as we go all the way from top to bottom, making sure that if there's anything stuck on that we're scrubbing that really well, which there was some stuff from maybe ketchup and mustard and that kind of thing on the door here that I had to do a little extra elbow grease on. This is where we typically keep all of our condiments like ketchup, mustard, and that kind of stuff. So that's why it gets a little extra messy and I have to take that extra time to scrub it down. Like I said, I always put food back in as I clean and shut the door to make sure I keep the cool air in the refrigerator as I continue cleaning. We are getting close to the end here. I just have to finish up these drawers. And you'll notice whenever I go to put these drawers back into the refrigerator, it's another one of those things where it is a spacing thing. I have to figure it out. Um, I like things to be in certain areas of the refrigerator. It helps me to remember where to put things and it helps the kids to know where to put things. So just making sure that I get those back in the right spot is very important to me so that nobody gets confused and everything's in its proper place. And I don't know what I was thinking with that bottom one there, but it definitely couldn't be that low. And I wind up adjusting it like 3 different times trying to get it in the right spot. And now it's time to put everything back into the refrigerator. I think this is one of the best parts of cleaning the refrigerator because you finally are done cleaning and just putting everything back off of the counters into the refrigerator. Now, a lot of times I will wipe things down as I'm putting them back into the refrigerator, but I didn't do that this time like I normally would, so that's something
I definitely would do next time I clean the refrigerator. I think at this point I was just kind of done cleaning. And here it is, guys. My refrigerator is very clean now, and I'm very happy that I took the time to clean it.
My refrigerator was super dirty. Maybe yours isn't quite as dirty as mine, but maybe it needs to be cleaned. I hope this video motivated you to get in there and get it done. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe for future videos, and I'll see you next time.